Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to explain our project for course CS 5500. The name of our project and team is Sketchit, and Sketchit is an application which allows you to draw on a painting canvas, and it's a networked application, so you and your teammates can draw on the application together. So for our code explanation, we'll start with the appserver.hpp, which is the class that is responsible for creating and managing the application server. So our app servers handles all the incoming packets from the clients, and has two public methods. One of them is the start server and the other is stop. So this is a relatively simple class, and the start server, all it does is it starts an infinite loop that keeps on listening for incoming packets from the clients. Now for our client, we have UDP client handler, which handles all the incoming and outgoing connections from the client. So in this class, uh, we can handle as well incoming as well as outgoing packets. So by default, when you instantiate this class, it will only be able to send packets to the client using this method, send packet to server. However, if we start the client in listening mode, it spawns a separate thread which allows the client to also listen to incoming packets from the server. And once this class receives an incoming packet from the server, it parses the packet and issues appropriate command depending on what packet it receives to the client, and the client can then process it whatever it means in terms of GUI. So this is our UDP client handler, and it cannot be used independently. It must have a composition relationship with our app class. Now for our app class, the app class is quite big, but the main functionality of this class is rendering the canvas and handling the events that happen on the GUI options pane. So the main important features about this app is that it takes in a UDP client handler, which is an instance of the UDP client handler class, so that it can handle incoming and outgoing connections, and a pointer to a GUI controls window. So this is the window that is responsible for showing us the GUI options, which affect how the painting and drawing is happening on the canvas. Another important thing about the app classes, these four methods which handle the app's event cycle loop. So and once you call this loop method, the app enters a loop which constantly updates the screen and refreshes it. So moving on to the loop method, so while the window remains open, it constantly calls the update and the draw functions for both the canvas as well as the GUI controls, and updates and gives us the screen with the latest content. Now the app class itself cannot function, so we have to call these methods at the appropriate time using our main class. So this is our main class, and it handles, and this is how the execution of the program starts. We instantiate an app, we initialize it, and then we call the update callback, the draw callback, and then we start the app's main loop. And that's how our app works. After the user exits the loop, which is basically when you force close the GUI window and the canvas, it calls a destroy method, which handles the destruction of various app pointers and ensures that no memory is leaking. So now that we are done with the code, we can now move on to the live demo of the app. So I've already built the app executable, and I'm gonna start the server first. So now that the server is started, it's waiting for incoming clients to connect to. Launch another instance of the app, this time as a client. Since my app server is running on localhost, I enter localhost. I could also enter this IP address here. The server port is 2000. Port number for this app can be anything, and a name. So I'm gonna write client 1. So as you can see, our window opens. So currently there are no other clients, and this app is running in a single client mode. So as you can see, current paintbrush selected is pixel, so it draws pixels. I'm gonna demonstrate all the paintbrushes on a single client app. So you can see this is a pencil stroke. Now the spray brush one. We can also change the color to any of the listed colors here. Right, and now moving on to the yellow one. Okay, so this is the basic functionality of the canvas. 3 different paintbrushes and 8 different colors. So now I'll make another client join in. This time the name would be client 2, and as you can see, the server is transmitting everything that was done. and this is not gonna hinder any new things that I'm gonna draw while the previous one is still completing. So same things here, just to show you that it works, right? Apart from that, we also have a undo and redo functionality. It's a little easier to see with the pencil stroke. So we have this, and now I'm pressing the key Z to undo. As you can see, the line is retreating back, and the key Y to do a redo. I'm continuously redoing, and so this also reflects across all clients. Another important feature of the app is changing the background or clearing the canvas with a specified color. So for that, I select a color here. I want to go with black and press spacebar, so this clears canvas on both. And now if I draw something, right, so it still works. And let's add another client to it now. And as you can see, the client 3 was drawn, but no other previous commands were sent to it. By previous, I mean the commands that were sent prior to a background change. This is because those commands are anyways useless for the newly joined client, and so we absolutely have no need for them. So this was our application. Other than that, we also have implemented a chat functionality which allows you to send messages to all the clients across. So I'm going to do a brief demonstration for that. So let's say, so as you can see, client 2 sent hi, and it was received on all the clients. So client 3 said hello, and it was received on all one. You may also notice that when you send something, the name appears on the right side and appears in yellow color. To see what it is working. And once the messages overflow, a scroll bar appears. We also have this method or this functionality to change the background color of the chat to whatever suits your needs. And that is it for our live demo. Thank you.